Since before Stargazer was disavowed, the organization has managed to maintain a significant satellite communications network. After substantial orbital recon, Technical has uncovered a flaw in Stargazer's satellite array that would allow us to send a reset command throughout the system, setting their entire network to factory default. That alone would set them back years, but if we take out the mastermind who designed the system as well, who knows how long they'll be in the dark. Fire team, drop! Go, go, go! o.w.l.f, this is Zeus. Rendezvous is a military camp with the following coordinates.
Come on, man. Just keep doing what you're doing.
All camps in the area are on high alert. Intruders have been spotted in the vicinity. Now they know you're in the area. Keep your heads down.
Changing mags.
Communications is on site. Take him out, and there's no way on to do what we're about to do.
It's been hit.
I've got help waiting for you, fire team. Marking the access point.
I'm coming for you.
Be careful, fire team. You are drifting apart. Tighten up. Retrieve his maintenance notes. We don't want him ending up in the hands of his replacement.
Mudding up. This isn't over. Hold your position.
Adopted a consistent pattern on how the alien hunts. The rest of the team has set up a trap at the slaughterhouse in the warehouse district where the predator has been feeding. A helpful bit of information that
Watch my
confirms
six.
the hunting is solely for sport
Technical says
and
we
not
have to
nutrition.
disable two
The
substations
plan
to
is to
expose the
deploy
flaw.
countermeasures
This is the
and
first one.
covertly assault the predator using the spring suits. It's a risky gambit, but with such a limited timetable, we have to take any opportunity we can. I think it's best that we head to LA and establish a mobile lab so we can be ready the second the predator is captured.
I'm coming for you.
Perfect. Now take out the second substation.
Who's got a med kit?
Get fucked! Knew you'd be.
I'm seeing the team split up. I would advise against this fire team.
Legendary Serpent Hunter and Lord Predator. Some topics around
Still works.
Stay down.
That's enemy spotted.
Dutch. A deeper look into their weapons and technology. The story of Nolan before the Predators movie, and more. Because I've covered so many topics on this franchise in the past, Elders are Yautja warriors that have proven to be skillful warriors in battle, or are given this title by displaying great leadership. In both cases of Predator 2 and Alien vs. Predator, both Elder Predators give a human a gift to someone who has defeated a Predator, or has fought bravely alongside them. The one in Predator 2 was called an Angel. He seemed to have a slim build, with similar body armor and some small skull ornaments.
First aid.
His face seemed to have protruding spikes, and his dreadlocks had platings in more areas than a normal Predator would have. Although this Elder Predator was not wearing a mask, I'm really curious to see what it would have looked like. This clan leader commanded a small group of experienced hunters that were later labeled as a Lost Clan. So the other Elder Predator we saw was an Alien vs. Predator from 2004. Now this one was classified as being an ancient Predator, possibly because he's been around for an extremely long time. He had more visible spikes on his face, longer dreadlocks, slightly different armor plating, and a biomask with markings on it. He also wore a cape, and the combi stick he offered to Lex was heavily modified with extra blades, ornaments, and serrated edges. This clan leader was in command of a large ship and a large group of younger Predators. Another Elder Predator was seen in the video game Predator Concrete Jungle. He
You should
commanded a
hold me together.
mothership and also wore a red cape. Although many clans may have leaders,
Reloading.
not all of them are considered elders or ancients. Now we've seen experienced hunters throughout the movies and video games, but I think it's time we saw an Elder Predator on film. Considering they've been around longer than the others, their skills must be uncomparable to normal Predator hunters. So how different would an Elder Predator be in combat? Would it have more strength, better agility, and how enhanced are their weapons?
Still
This
works.
is something I'd really like to see explored sometime in the future, because we've seen young Predators, we've seen elite Predators, we've seen super Predators, but we have yet to see an Elder or an Ancient Predator fight on film.
Mudding up.
So what are your opinions on this topic? Would you like to see an Elder Predator fight in a movie or video game? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Who started the war between the Honorable Predators and the Super Predators? Now, this story took place over 4,000 years ago when all Yautja lived and hunted together without feuds. It is during this time that we are introduced to the Nightstorm Predator, also known as the Scarab Predator. Nightstorm
Some lovely organic camo.
Your status within the clan.
That's the one. Give me access and I can reroute the power and force the reset sequence. No time to disable network countermeasures, so expect company.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Stayed right there.
All you have to do is pull the master shutdown lever to restart the system.
First aid.
Cover me.
Oh boy, I'd hate to be Stargaze's IT guys right now. Fire team, double time it to the extraction zone.
Mission complete. Let's get to the chopper.
First aid. This should stop the bleeding.
They do not want to dominate the galaxy. Their species is known to have a society with rules in place. These rules are meant to keep order and balance amongst everyone. A hunter must abide by these rules. They must hunt worthy prey that is a threat to other lives and is armed and able to defend itself. One must never hurt the innocent. If they are no threat to anyone, then they are not worthy prey. This includes unarmed targets, children, or one who is dying from sickness. They must not claim the kill or trophy of another predator. Stealing a kill is seen as being too weak to kill the prey yourself. If they have to hunt for food, they are to only kill the weak. This is meant to keep the strong members alive. If a predator is defeated in a hunt, then they must take their own lives. One must keep their honor by dying in combat, instead of living with the shame of defeat. If this predator does not kill itself, then it may be assisted by someone else. If a target has been wounded by another hunter, then it must be left to die from those injuries. But if this prey still shows attempts of fighting against another hunter, then you are allowed to kill this prey, and it is then considered a joint kill. In the same event, a predator must not hunt in the territory of another hunter. This is considered stealing from their potential kills. You can only hunt there if you're allowed by the other hunter. One must not murder another Yautja intentionally, but this can be excused if this occurs during a battle that has been agreed upon by both parties. One example is a wrestling match to settle a dispute. If a predator is defeated in battle and they are shown mercy or not killed, your enemy is seen as your equal. You must then kill them and yourself, or you must present them with a reward for their skills in combat. If a hunter breaks these rules, they are no longer accepted within the predator society. Predators that turn against this code of honor become bad bloods, and they must be killed off. These are the ones that separate themselves and go into hiding. They are seen as honorless killers. There have been a few stories of bad bloods, but most of them are killed off during the story. So with all this information, we can see that the Yautja society is governed by an honor system, and each hunter must go through various trials in order to increase their rank. Like us humans, they hunt for sport and trophies. We see these acts as a way of increasing a strong male or female status. The act of risking one's life in combat is how the predator society should be.
Difficult to pin down, so your orders are to identify its location and destroy the base before they release anything that can compromise us or our allies.
Chooses who becomes the leader of its people. It's these leaders who are considered to be the strongest and wisest predators that will lead a brand of young bloods into the next millennium. So that wraps up this video. We had a look at the predator hierarchy in terms of hunting, the code of honor, and their society. So what's the bad blood? This one has no hunting rules, and it kills on contact with any method it chooses. Which one will prove to be the superior hunter? We'll find out in this story. Now, it takes place in New Jersey.
o.w.l.f, this is Zeus. Stargazer operatives have been sighted at a fishing village along the coast. Start your search for the surveillance facility there.
Hostiles have been confirmed in the area. Alert all camps and keep your comms open. Enemy spotted. That's down.
Well, now the area knows we're here. Let's hope they don't find you.
8.
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Stay together, fire team.
Search the area for anything that might point to where the facility is located.
Watch my 6.
I just found a way to get you guys some help.
Marking them.
Find a terminal nearby and use it to relay your intel to me. That should do it. Start the upload. Receiving upload. Stand by, o.w.l.f.
Send it back up.
Come on, kill it.
Target down.
Get back to the objective.
I'm done.
PMC hostile spotted. Target is an objective. Armored unit.
Based on your intel, it looks like Stargazer's using an old mission as cover for the facility. Sending coordinates.
We need to group up.
Take out those cameras. We don't want to be identified.
Target's inbound wearing...
Voodoo, stick to your mission. You wouldn't believe me if I told you what's out there. Is anyone left? Hello? Fire team!
O.w.l.f to respond to a signal sent from an ancient predator. As his clan arrives on the planet, Rykov, who's now a general for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, is aware of these predators. He sends a containment team to capture them with the use of EMPs. Now Prince sets out to save his clanmates. As he ventures through the jungle, he becomes aware of the xenomorphs are also present on his planet. He then battles a Praetorian and kills it. He then finds himself at the forward observation pods, guarded by turret sentries and combat synthetics. He infiltrates everyone who could identify in their group. Was there a sequel, or did the story end there? If you haven't seen the movie, then here's a recap of the events. A single predator who went rogue traveled to Earth while carrying some stolen technology, possibly from another or previous tribe. The item he had was of great importance to the other group who lost it, so they sent out a brand new predator to hunt down the fugitive. Its ship was damaged while trying to escape from another predator vessel. By using a wormhole, it escaped and crash-landed on Earth. He would interrupt a mission by a special American team, and only one survivor made it out. During their short battle, Quinn met the fugitive and took some of his technology. he had it shipped back home for safekeeping. Another task force named Project Stargazer, which focuses on acquiring live Yautja for research, does in fact find the body of the fugitive. His body is then taken back to be studied. Meanwhile, the assassin predator, also known as the Hybrid or the Ultimate Predator, makes it to Earth and begins his search. He eliminates the traitor about halfway through the movie and continues his search for the stolen cargo. The Hybrid was created by taking the DNA of other strong life forms that they hunted. This gave the Hybrid incredible strength, agility, and technology that was grafted into its body.
Fire team, drop! Go, go, go!
o.w.l.f, this is Zeus. The latest intel puts one of our targets at the following coordinates. Just shoot the lock off.
Marked enough.
That's him. Take him out. It's an IED. Get the fuck out of there. Go, go, go. Was he bait? Damn, that's vicious. But how did they know we were there? Find out how they saw us.
Cover me!
Shit, we heard that.
We've got a location. Double time it, fire team.
All camps in the area are on high alert. Intruders have been spotted in the vicinity. Report any further sighting.
Expect more resistance. They know you're here now.
This better work. Just tripped a motion detector.
We need to move up. It hurts.
Five team members down. Stick to the mission.
I'm bleeding out!
I'm reading the flatline. Keep it together,
Come on,
Voodoo.
man! I'm fucking dying out here! I can get up on my own.
You ain't gonna die today.
I hope that means it's hurt.
Marking a reinforcement location on your map.
We've got soldiers down, requesting reinforcements.
Alarm received. Sending in backup. Getting a ton of radio chatter. They know you're there.
Let's get moving, Voodoo. We're counting on you.
Check it.
Reinforcements are on the way. I see a motion detector.
Check these boards.
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
Voodoo, I'm seeing a secondary objective nearby. Up to you if you want to make some extra cash.
And the stolen cargo is revealed to be a new type of nanotechnology. It forms body armor and it has enhanced weaponry. This is simply called the Predator Killer. So the movie ends, and what next? Well, part of the story is continued in the new video game, Predator Hunting Grounds. While the game is mostly based off multiplayer, at the time of this recording, it still does have some lore connected to the Predator movie in 2018. It says here that Stargazer was a former independent government contractor turned rogue international arms dealer. After the Stargazer incident in 2018, the entire program was shut down due
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Double
time it to these incoming coordinates. Turn that place inside out. I want every formula they have. We can't leave anything behind.
Nothing to see here.
Terminal nearby. Give me remote access so I can wipe it and the rest of their network. Fire team, this is going to trip intrusion alarms. Expect heavy incoming.
Reloading. Cover me.
Shipping records waiting to expire. Let's make sure they never get it.
Motherfucker! I got
Check the area. It should be here.
Don't let them escape!
Technical came back with the disposal analysis. We're green to burn this shit. Just try not to breathe it in.
Reinforcements are on the way.
team. You're go for extraction.
What the?
Solid copy, Voodoo. Chopper inbound.
Clear spotted. Moving in on the intruders. Got some help for you, Voodoo. Just make it to this location on your map. Sending it back up. Five team members down. Stick to the mission.
Make it quick. You've got 30 seconds.
I'm reading the flat line. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Various groups of contracted mercenaries in the jungle. These groups would generate chaos on behalf of Stargazer. Countries with hot climates and destroyed by war is the perfect hunting ground. Stargazer was intentionally cultivating a spot that would lure a predator. If we look back in the first Predator movie, a similar setting was seen. Various rebel and guerrilla groups were included. When they made contact with Dutch's team, a huge gunfight occurred, which led to that Predator hunting down the survivors because they would make fine trophies for his collection. Now in Predator 2, the story took place in Los Angeles, a city full of heat and conflict. The vast amount of
Cheers, I
crime,
see you.
gangs and gun wars
How you doing?
create another type of jungle. It was filled with plenty of prey for a predator. The story of Predator 2 also included a top-secret program called the o.w.l.f, which stood for Otherworldly Lifeforms Program. It was led by Agent Peter Keyes. He used the cover of being part of the DEA to fool the police force. His team had knowledge of the predator that fought against Dutch in Central America. Most of the team was wiped out by the city hunter in a meat factory. Lieutenant Harrigan would defeat this predator, only to find other hunters amongst him. They would later leave Earth in their ship, with Harrigan surviving the encounter. The program was shut down and replaced with Stargazer. They were given the task of hunting down predators up until 2018. Now, after the events in the Predator movie in 2018, Stargazer was shut down and replaced with the original o.w.l.f team. This was the group from Predator 2. This is because Stargazer was not able to handle the situation, which led to a massive security breach. So what happened to Stargazer after this? Well, they turned into a black market arms manufacturer. While they were still interested in hunting down predators and studying their technology, they were no longer under the watchful eye of that government. After the Stargazer incident, numerous scientific discoveries were made. The team had recovered metal shards from the blast site or technology left behind. By combining raw iron ore with metal used in Predator armor and weaponry, they created Veritanium. While they could not duplicate the components of the Predator armor, they decided to merge them together, creating a hybrid material. What made Veritanium so unique was that it enhanced the strength in steel, like its formability, durability, tensile, and yield strength, all while avoiding its previous limitations. It wasn't long until other governments, agencies, and corporations were racing to get a hold of as much Veritanium as they could. According to Predator history and lore about their culture, it is forbidden for other species to claim the technology of the o.w.l.f species. This is why all hunters are fitted with self-destruct devices to avoid capture or if they are unable to fight back. That's probably why these predators are in the game, hunting those who took their technology. So that covers what happened after the Predator movie in 2018. I didn't expect this new game to have a story tied into it, but it's a welcome addition to the lore of the Predator universe. What's up, everyone? So we have some more lore on the o.w.l.f species, but this time it's regarding the audio recordings found in Predator hunting grounds. My previous lore video around this game had me going over the main story of the game. While there is no actual story mode, the game did have a reason for the predators being in this jungle. The lore I covered in the other video tells us that the timeline of Predator hunting grounds takes place right after the last Predator movie in 2018. The audio recordings in the game give us more backstory. The voice you hear is from Special Agent Sean Keyes, the son of Agent Peter Keyes from the Predator 2 film.
Mudding up.
o.w.l.f, this is Zeus. Your target is a drug lord operating out of a camp at the following coordinates. Good hunting. That's our man. Take him out and confirm the kill.
Firing. You got it.
Fire team, find the intel that can narrow down where this asshole is.
It's camouflaged.
Our best bet is a camp near the coordinates I'm sending you now. He can't hide forever.
I got my ass whooped.
Yeah, good for the shimmer. The cloak isn't perfect. Ah.
Barricaded himself inside? Man, he's really making us work for it. Alright, fire team, line up his product. See if that doesn't bring him out of his hole.
hit. I see.
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
On my position. We're clear. Form up on me. It's using medical tech. Effective but painful. Reloading. Cover me.
I'm reading the flat line. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Two rooks. Mudding up. Hostile spawning. Contact. Loaded. Cover me. Motherfucker!
Work, Voodoo. Let's see what else this prick was up to out here. See if he left a personal terminal behind.
Watch my 6.
This is the o.w.l.f. We have authority over this incident and are assuming command. Your orders are to secure the body until our agents can retrieve it. Cooperation will be rewarded.
We need to get that specimen out of their hands. Send everything we got. Reinforcements are on the way.
Want some of this? Right over here.
Shit!
PMC up hostile spot.
Pulling over the site now. Hold your ground, Voodoo.
Reloading. Cover me.
I need some fucking ammo!
Even given the extreme danger provided by the subject, this level of violence seems excessive. Regardless, your bonus is being wired to your account.
answers a bunch of questions. For example, what happened to Dutch after Predator? I covered this topic in 2 previous videos, but now we have more information. Also, what happened to the gear and weapons the City Hunter left behind in the movie Predator 2, like his shoulder cannon, biomask, combi stick, and wrist computer? We can finally get a clear picture of how the story unfolded with various characters. I'm going to read out each audio log. There's a lot to go over, so let's get started. This is Special Agent Sean Keyes, Regional Director of the Otherworldly Lifeform Task Force. The date is February 20th. Predators does not show up to take the body. Long story short, something needs to start happening, or the o.w.l.f. may have to shutter. Final entry, August 29th, 2016. It's official. They're abolishing the o.w.l.f. Keyed. It must remind them of home. Everything else confirms the truth of the stories. Proud warriors skinned and hanged. Skulls.
Likely they're researching hybrid weaponry to sell on the black market. We need to get in there and take back everything they've found. That way our eggheads can keep building prototypes, and Stargazer doesn't start selling alien weaponry to the highest bidder.
Fire team is go. Good luck out there.
Still works.
Sending the first location to you now, fire team.
Titan formation. Complete the objective. Warm up.
It's coming this way.
Hostiles have been confirmed in the area. Alert all ships and keep your comms open. I've got radios lighting up. They're gonna be looking for you, fire team. There's a good chance the alerts will start going out when they detect us in the area. Place a few signal cameras to block any outgoing signals. Voodoo, stick to your mission. You wouldn't believe me when we went out there.
Reloading.
Fucking ammo!
Reloading, cover
Running
me!
up.
Look for any information on where they're holding this Predator tech.
Cover me.
Down! Help me! He's dying! Fucking jump!
Bleeding bad! Help me!
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
Come on, man! Fucking dying out here!
I'm reading the flat line. Keep it together, Voodoo. 5 team members down. Stick to the mission. I've got help waiting for you, fire team. Marking the access point. Not seeing any progress, fire team. Remember your mission.
flatline. Keep it together. Seems like we're pulling the right thread. I'm seeing a special lock crate nearby. Input the correct sequence to disengage the lock.
I've got this. Cover me.
Of course. Stargazer and their fucking time locks. Stay close while it finishes up. Oh, looks like patrols just caught wind of our presence. Defend yourselves, Voodoo.
Contact.
Stay together, fire team.
Stay together, fire team. They'll never see me coming.
Send it in back up! Head to the exfil location!
There we go. Looks like the first team is attacking lists their current inventory. Grab them both.
Watch my six. Think I'll hold on to this.
Dossier lists storage of multiple pieces of predator tech.
Out here.
Get there and see what we can find.
Glad you got here when you did.
I'm not leaving with you.
I need to get stitched up.
Still works.
Come on down and fucking die out here.
Reloading. Cover me.
Get some ammo.
Eyes are quick. Shoot it.
Need medical supplies. Somebody help me! I'm down and bleeding bad! I owe you one.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Get patched up. Oh, there. Over there.
Need first aid. I need ammo.
Anyone got any bandages? Huh.
I need some fucking ammo. Get to the chopper. Need some ammo. Someone put me back together. Need first aid.
Voodoo, time is running short. Let's wrap this up.
Need ammo.
I'm reading multiple hostile signatures. Clear the area and take anything on their bodies that could help us.
is this.
This is the o.w.l.f. You have encountered a classified anomaly that must be taken into our custody. Hold your position and protect the body at all costs. We will see that you are amply rewarded for your services to mankind.
They've captured a specimen and are preparing it for extraction. Destroy the F. Reinforcements are on the way.
Nothing to see.
Coming in now, Voodoo. Hold your position for pickup.
Alarm received. Sending in backup. Alarm just sounded. Get ready for heavy resistance.
It took a reasonable amount of punishment, but it's still in good condition. Thank you, team. Sending your payment now.
from their bodies. Maybe it was obvious from the beginning, but it wasn't until I heard the stories that I truly accepted the purpose of these mutilations. I mean, they're taking trophies. They travel impossible distances to hunt us, skin us, and mount us over some alien fireplace on another world. It would be disgusting if it weren't so familiar. Where do I go now? It's been on my mind all year. The takeaway from all this intel is that they've been doing this for decades, centuries maybe. They're coming back, and I need to be there when they do. June 27, 1992. It's hard to remember that the most important part of an operation is patience. You can time the perfect op, but you can't account for everything. If things go south, there's nothing to do but to adapt and finish the mission. Sometimes you just get lucky. I was on a dock about 10 clicks downriver from the Val Verde border, figuring out my next move. I was ready to pack it in. I mean, I thought I learned everything I could, and there was nothing left for me to find. The o.w.l.f. had abandoned the detonation site a year ago, and I thought they'd already shipped back to America. That's when I saw Agent Peter Keyes tie a skiff to the dock. I mean, I hadn't seen Keyes since I gave him any official statement. It wasn't possible, but there he was, with 3 of his buddies, all agents. I mean, the clean, tidy outfits gave them away all the time. I mean, they won't get down in the dirt. You see, that's what they pay soldiers to do. Keyes walked up, looked right at me, and shook my hand. With the radiation sickness, I lost a lot of weight. I thought maybe he hadn't recognized me, but then he greeted me like we were old pals. Keyes is a good spy, saying nothing, implying everything. We spent the next few hours trading war stories at the bar. If you'd heard us, you'd never suspect we were trading intel on an alien manhunter. His cover was that they'd been looking for a serial killer, a sadist, who had been operating in the area for years, hunting people like animals and then skinning them alive. Keyes wanted to talk about the monster, so it all came out in the cover story. In many ways, they were just a few steps behind, surveying villages for information, locating witnesses. He did confirm one thing I'd only considered. He told me about how the killer chose his victims. They were always armed, a rifle, a pistol, a knife in the boot. He wasn't taking kids or random villagers. He wanted a challenge. Whatever it was a hunter. When they killed, it killed for sport. I wish they were here for a military action. Recon for an invasion, but the truth was so much worse. We are prey, animals, fit only to be hunted. Keyes and his buddies paid their tab in mine, but before he left, he winked at me and said, "Stay out of the jungle. That's where he gets you." I tracked Keyes and his team for weeks, but they didn't learn anything new. Maybe they knew I was there, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I've risked enough for now. I think it's time to disappear. Keep my ear to the ground. Be patient. March 3rd, 1996, Zaire. I thought I could wait. I thought I could hold back and make my move at the right time. I couldn't. Damn, I had to find them. I needed to hunt it or let it hunt me. I joined up with any paramilitary company that was headed into a hot zone. I pulled every string, cashed out every favor, just to follow the sweat and the death that attracted the demon. I eventually put together a team myself, lost soldiers and haunted men, willing to fight and die wherever I led them. They thought I was a legend, and I let them believe that. I'm quiet and good at what I do. I needed them to see me as a legend so I could take them to die in the sweltering jungle. We went on more missions than I could remember. We didn't fire until we were fired at. They thought that it was my code. It wasn't. I was waiting and watching. Our last mission was an evac op in the Congo. A private munitions base had gone dark. When we arrived, they'd been dead for days. Bodies strung up on floodlights around the base. All of them skinned, some missing skulls and spines. We secured the site and waited for backup to arrive. In the heat of the day, I stared into the waves of heat coming off the concrete, thinking that any minute they might come alive as the invisible killer. And then they did. I didn't wait. I loaded every round I had. Trusting me, my team fired in the same direction. It wasn't the first time I'd done it, but this time I knew what I was looking for. It was so fast we couldn't hit it. We panicked, and stray rounds struck a crate of RPGs, and that explosion hit other munitions that exploded. By the time the smoke had cleared, the demon was dead, but so were all my men. I took samples of its blood, pieces of its anatomy, and what tech I could salvage, and then I burned everything. Then I disappeared. I never checked in with HQ. As far as I know, I was counted among the dead. October 12, 1997, Los Angeles. I needed to come back to the States. It wasn't impossible to sneak contraband through customs, but I wasn't willing to risk what I'd found in the Congo falling into the wrong hands. Instead, I traveled to Mexico aboard a cargo ship bound for the port of Altamira. From there, to Tijuana, and I bunkered down. I had tangible proof of extraterrestrial life in my possession, but no idea what to do with it. I'm not a scientist. I did a soldier's duty and secured valuable intel. This was out of my pay grade. I kept an eye on the news. Los Angeles was having a record-breaking heat wave and a gang war on the streets. It was perfect. I could feel it in my bones. I've been tracking them for so long, I could think like them. I could smell the prey. I could see the hunted ground. I had to get to LA. Crossing back into the States from Tijuana wasn't that difficult, but by the time I'd reached the city, it was already over, like Valverde. The o.w.l.f. only found crumbs. What I'd hoped might be the aliens' ship turned out to be only a launching site. I wanted it too much, and I got sloppy. I breached the o.w.l.f. quarantine but was captured. I'd hoped to be bailed out by Agent Keys, but he died. With Keys gone, the o.w.l.f. was leaderless and disorganized. I was interrogated, but then negotiated my release by bartering the alien materials I recovered in the Congo. During negotiations, it was clear how little they knew. They needed someone who understood the threat, so I offered to work with the o.w.l.f. as a consulting advisor. They had the funding and the technology I needed to continue my hunt. I wouldn't work for them, but I would work with them. They'll be a weapon I can use to hunt down these predators as they move to fresh ground. It's only a matter of time until they see us as a real threat. When the prey can fight back, it's no longer a hunt, it's a war. March 3rd, 2008. We've gotten good at killing predators. Every time we find one, we come back with more tech, more research, and the o.w.l.f.'s funding goes up. Together, we've gotten stronger and more efficient. For a time, the aliens were surprisingly predictable. They had no idea that we knew so much about them, but that began to change. They sent better hunters every time. They're beginning to see us as a threat, or we become a more worthy prize. Maybe both. We know this because our last encounter was special. We weren't certain if they had any gender to speak of, but that changed when we came into contact with a female. She was smarter and deadlier. She didn't mess around like the males did. She was direct, ruthless, and skilled. I was in Laos when I first came into contact with her. It was Valverde all over again. Her ambush wiped out my entire team, only this time she got me. In a small village, I lost track of her, just long enough for her to pin me with a razor net. Pinned against the wall, razors cutting into my face. I had been fighting for so long, I was ready to die. I should be dead. Instead of making the kill, she cloaked and vanished into the jungle. The net relaxed, and I escaped with my life, and a scar to remember her by. She spared me, only me, like she knew who I was. I returned to the exfil, my first failed mission in a long time. Are we going about this wrong? I mean, we've learned so much, but in doing so, have we made ourselves a bigger target? I can't stop thinking about something Napoleon said. You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war. I started this believing we were learning how to hunt them, or maybe she let me live to just be hunted another day. We were teaching them how to hunt us. January 13th, 2019. I knew the Predator's deployments to Earth would make it impossible to keep all this a secret. Sooner or later, there would be another player on board. I'd hoped that it would be another agency, one that understood and respected the threat. Project Stargazer. Our initial intelligence on Stargazer was that they were capable, funded, but inexperienced, but they were smart. They took the o.w.l.f's funding and got it shut down. Everyone we could identify in their group was a disavowed member of another agency, including
o.w.l.f, this is Zeus. Make your way to the location at the following coordinates, and stand by for further orders.
Oh, fuck me. Over here. There. That ain't human. Choke on this. I'm hit. Help me up. Somebody help me!
Five team members down. Stick to the mission. The stockpile's managed on a single ledger sealed inside a safe. It should be somewhere on site. I'm reading the flatline. Keep it together, Voodoo. There are no other copies of this ledger, so we can't risk blowing the safe. Crack the lock using the decryptor.
Not on me.
Sounding alarm! Voodoo-1, patrols are returning earlier than expected. Prepare for incoming. Trust me when I tell you to keep moving and stick together. We have a time to go down, Voodoo! Five team members down. Stick to the mission.
Enemy interference on primary objective. Get them off the fucking objective! Spread out.
Grab the ledger and I'll send you the coordinates for the stockpile.
Dropping mag, cover me.
Lacking strong leadership and a clear directive, they were sloppy and arrogant. They were aware of the Predator threat, and while they had many of the pieces, they struggled to see the bigger picture. Stargazer was so far behind that we didn't see them as a threat until the event in Mexico. The recovered Predator escape pod was an extraordinary find for Stargazer, but the death toll was a heavy price to pay for taking a Predator captive. My task force has many directives, but one of the most primary is that we do not take captives. Retrieve technology, corpses, and other intelligence, but there is no value in a live Predator, only liability. The enemy does not want peace. The enemy does not negotiate. Its only drive on Earth is to hunt. What we might learn from a captive Predator would never be worth the risk to our people. Stargazer did not learn from their mistakes, and the technology they recovered has only made them cocky. When the government cut ties to the agency, it should have shuttered their project permanently, but they only shifted their goals. Guerrilla factions and private military companies are being contracted by Stargazer to set up bases and equipment in locations we've identified as ideal hunting grounds. We believe that the former intelligence project is setting itself up to be a fully independent dealer of other worldly arms. This is a worst-case scenario. Hostile forces will use these weapons on their enemies, and they will use them on us. All the while, the true enemy stalks us unseen. It's a distraction mankind cannot afford. Stargazer will have to be dealt with. April 2025. It's hard to believe that I'm still recording this. I probably shouldn't be smoking in the med bay, but screw it. It's my birthday, for Christ's sake. I turned 78 today, but I'm out there hunting. I should be retired. I should be doing anything but this. My life shouldn't be possible. But the very thing that I hunt, that hunts me, intelligence that allows them to actually use speech for communicating and using firearms. Now the voice when they're speaking will be the voice used of their host. And they reproduce by normal methods of a facehugger, but they are known to even use other xenomorphs as before the city hunter killed Agent Keys on the meat locker. Now some predators may have their targeting lasers planted on the shoulder cannon, as it was shown by the Elder Predator at the end of the Predator 2 movie. The biomask also has the ability to zoom over great distances. This aids the Predator in being able to scan a target or to assist them in aiming the shoulder cannon. Now it seems a lot of these biomask features used by the Predator seem to happen almost instantaneously. A lot of these features are displayed during scenes when the Predator doesn't use its wrist gauntlet to activate these features. So one theory is the inside of the biomask is fitted with controls near the mandible areas. This would allow the Predator to use some features quickly during combat. Now, another theory is that since this species is so technologically advanced, they might even be integrated with their masks through their minds. Now, of course, these are just theories and are still up for debate. So, what do you think about the Predator biomask? Are there any cool features you would like to see it do? Put your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to see more content surrounding the Alien and Predator universe. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid.Glow. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back everyone, Acid.Glow here, back with another video surrounding the Predator universe. This video will be covering the Predator Cloak Stealth Camouflage. Now this is seen used by almost every Predator in the movies and video games. It's a valuable asset during a hunt and can even aid the Predator in evasive strategies if it's been spotted. The stealth camouflage effect renders the Predator almost fully invisible. The effect can resemble looking at water ripples, or even the effects during a heat wave. This technology seems to bend light off the Predator, so you can see right through it. Although an invisible Predator is hard to spot when it is motionless or moving slowly, the distortion effect of the cloak is more visible as the Predator moves much quicker. The stealth camouflage seems to get distorted when it makes contact with water, as it was seen in Predator. Now, in the movie Predator 2, there was a scene in the alley with King Willie being tracked by a Predator. As the invisible Predator slowly walked through a puddle, you could see electrical effects that were causing the cloaking effect to malfunction slowly. Now, this ability is mostly used when hunting human prey, but it seems to prove a little use against xenomorphs. This was displayed in the movie Alien vs. Predator in 2004, where the chopper predator was impaled from behind by an alien tail while it was still invisible. Now, it is believed the xenomorph species have the ability either to sense a target or by tracking their pheromones. Now, this idea of pheromone tracking was presented in the Alien vs. Predator video games, although it has not been explained how the xenomorphs are able to track invisible predators in the movies. Now, some weapons have shown to not be camouflaged with the stealth technology, as it was shown in Predator and Predator 2, while in other sources, like the Alien vs. Predator movie, it was shown that the Predator's spear weapon could be camouflaged. Now, another interesting fact is that when the Predator was shot and hit by a Mac after Blaine died in Predator, his stealth camouflage did not deactivate. But in the Alien vs. Predator movie, when the Celtic Predator was hit on the armor by a pistol bullet, it did deactivate his camouflage. It's also important to note that the targeting laser from the biomass will give a Predator's position away while it is camouflaged. Now, this cloaking technology seems to have been implemented on their ships as well. Now, Predators have been seen to flash their eyes while invisible. Now, it is believed this is just a scare tactic used on their prey. Now, the stealth camouflage is a very useful ability during a hunt, and many Predators will use it, although in some rare occasions, a Predator may choose to not use it if it is confident in eliminating its prey without it. Now, it is believed Predators hold high value and honor, and so they should not rely on invisibility all the time, but instead learn to hunt and fight without it if they should ever lose the ability to activate it. The cloaking effect seems to bend light, which gives it an almost perfect sense of invisibility in almost any surrounding. It is one of the most iconic tools of the Predator equipment. Now, it's really interesting to see how the cloaking effect has changed throughout all the movies as technology has advanced over time. Now, in some effects, it may look a little bit out of the picture, but you can see all these sources were trying to replicate the same effect. So, what do you guys think about the stealth camouflage effect on the Predator? Do you think it looked better in any of the movies or video games? Put your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to see more content surrounding the Predator and Alien universe. Thanks for watching. My name is o.w.l.f. I'll see you in the next video. What's up everyone, o.w.l.f. here, back with another video around the Predator universe. This video will cover another Predator weapon, the combi stick, also known as the spear. This weapon is made up from an alloy that keeps the spear strong, thin, and lightweight. It is carried on the back of the Predator near the belt area while it's still folded up. Since it has a design to fold up, it makes it easy to carry around during a hunt. Now when it is fully retracted, melee range. Depending on the design of the spear, it may have added blades or modified parts to it. At times, a Predator may add more ornaments or small trophies to their spear. The very first combi stick a Predator receives is when they complete all of their training. Spear masters will train young Predators in how to use these powerful weapons. And when a Predator dies honorably, it is possible to retrieve their body. The spear is buried with them. The advantage of having a combi stick during a hunt is having an extra melee weapon that has more than one use. Not only can it be used in close range, but a Predator can also choose to throw it